After World War II, America made one of the biggest promises in its history. If you fought for your country, the government would help you build a life when you came home. Education, job training, low-interest home loans, business capital, a path into the middle class. It was called the GI Bill, and on paper, it applied to every veteran who wore the uniform. More than 1 million black men and women served in World War II. They fought in Europe, Africa, the Pacific, and at home. They drove supply trucks, flew missions, treated the wounded, and buried the dead. They fought fascism abroad while living under segregation at home. When the war ended, they came back believing the promise applied to them too. It didn't. The GI Bill was administered locally, not federally, which meant its benefits passed through the same banks, colleges, unions, and housing authorities that already practiced segregation. Black veterans were technically eligible, but in reality, they were blocked at every step. White veterans used GI Bill benefits to attend college in massive numbers, fueling the expansion of America's universities and creating a new professional class. Black veterans applied and were turned away. Historically, black colleges and universities were overwhelmed, underfunded, and capped in enrollment, while white institutions quietly rejected black applicants. Homeownership followed the same pattern. The GI Bill guaranteed low-interest mortgages, but banks refused to lend to black veterans, especially in redlined neighborhoods. Suburbs were expanding rapidly, filled with new homes financed by government-backed loans, yet developers routinely barred black buyers. Veterans who had survived combat were told they could not live where they fought to belong. Business loans were no different. Black veterans who tried to open shops, farms, or trades were denied capital, delayed until funds ran out, or buried in paperwork. Many returned to the same low-paying jobs they had left, watching white veterans climb into the middle class, using benefits that were officially available to everyone. The numbers tell the story. By 1956, nearly 8 million veterans had used the GI Bill for education or housing. The overwhelming majority of those benefits went to white Americans. Black veterans, despite their service, were largely excluded from the greatest wealth-building program of the 20th century. This was not an accident. Lawmakers knew the system would operate through segregated institutions. The promise was written broadly and enforced narrowly. Opportunity was filtered through racism and labeled neutral. The long-term impact was enormous. The GI Bill helped create America's suburbs, its college-educated workforce, and its post-war prosperity. Homes purchased with GI Bill loans appreciated for decades, passing wealth from parents to children to grandchildren. Black families were left watching from the outside, once again delayed at the starting line. This was promise number 4. Land had been taken, savings had been lost, homeownership had been blocked, and now even military service could not unlock equal opportunity. Black veterans didn't fail the GI Bill. The GI Bill failed them. And if this pattern feels familiar, it should, because when opportunity is filtered through systems that already exclude, the promise survives on paper while inequality grows in practice. This is part 4 of Promised, Then Taken, and the next chapter shows how these decisions reshaped cities, neighborhoods, and wealth for generations. This was promise number 4. Follow to see what came next.